Yes, it's time to get into. Oh shit! I hit my damn toe on this damn chair. That hurt pretty bad. Let's get into some spoilers. I'd like to welcome you guys to my spoiler-filled review of one take review of Stranger Things 2. I have a non-spoiler review. You guys want to go over there and check that out. It's up right now. But this one is going to be spoiler filled. Okay, we getting deep up into it. We getting deep. We going deep into the upside down. Okay. Yes. First of all, I loved it. This was totally tubular for me. Everything about this from top to bottom for me, I loved it. First of all, let's get into some characters that they introduced. Max, the young girl, Max. We're thinking about the three big characters, three main characters we introduced. This Max, Billy, and Bob. I want to pick my nigga Bob, bro. You motherfucking soldier, Bob. You motherfucking soldier. Anyway, for my nigga Bob, bro. A couple things I said. Now, first of all, I think I'm gonna go from first. I'm gonna go Billy first. Billy played by Dacre Montgomery. He was a Red Ranger in the Power Rangers movie, and I saw that he was saying they did an interview, and I saw like months ago that he said he was gonna be in Stranger Things. So I seen that, so I was just trying to see what person kind of person he was going to be, and he's this person. They just moved to Hawkins from California. Him and his sister Maxine, stepsister Maxine. They have a mother and a father. Maxine's mother married to his father, and so they pretty much. He doesn't hate him, but he really doesn't like him. He doesn't like the fact that they're together. He has dad issues. His dad gets onto his ass, and so we see him as like this hard ass character. But there were little things you saw that you'd be like, hey man, there's something more about this guy. He would pull up, he'd be like, hey, you don't have your ass here, you getting left. Yeah, he seemed like such a jerk and such like uncaring as fuck. But then you would see Steve, my boy Steve. I'm actually cool with Steve. Now, last season, me and Steve weren't on good terms. I really didn't, I kind of didn't like him, you know what I'm saying? I ended up liking him towards the end, but, you know, it was certain thing. So, and the scene to me that really let me know, like, oh, there's more to this character than he's letting on, was like the little scene where he told Steve to plant your feet next time and draw the charge. Nobody else would say stuff like that. And then when they were talking about Nancy and like in the shower, I was just gonna get, but they were talking about Nancy. He was just like, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. I'm pretty sure you get a whole bunch of girls. He was kind of trying to soothe him. So I think there's a lot more to Billy's character. Even though when he got there, he was pretty pissed at the end when he got there and fought Steve. Steve does not need to fight anybody anymore because he stayed taking L's. Steve is probably the worst fighter on this show, okay? But I actually like the stuff they gave Steve to do. It's the stuff they gave between him and Nancy. And you could tell that him and Nancy, even though him and Nancy were together, Nancy wasn't really there. The fact that she knows about what's happening with Barb's parents. Barb's parents are selling that house just so they can get a detective to find out what's going on or what happened to Barb. It's so many different things. It's eating her alive. And I needed the scene with her in the bathroom crying, thinking about Barb, because a lot of, like last season, I was just like, Barb was gone and nobody seemed to notice. And she even said that in this one. And she was just like, yo, Barb is gone. It seems like everybody just forgot about her. And she knew what was going on with it. And that I needed that. That's one of the things I needed from Nancy. Nancy also gave me something else I needed from her. I like Nancy's character a lot, even though I feel like Nancy's torn between a couple of things. I really like her character. Also, we get like an arc with 11. We found out that 11 escaped she opened up the portal even more and escaped the upside down. But she was out there living or just living on around people get reports on her and her doing certain things, and then Officer Hopper ends up finding her, want to stay outside or nobody was staying like this old. I think his grandpa's old dad's place where nobody know where they stay, and he protecting her and keeping her away from everything. I like that a lot. He kept telling her like, "Yo, we gonna one day, we gonna go out, and you know, if you'll get to see him again." But she kept getting tired of it because she was counting the days. She know exactly what day he told her. How many times? What day she said soon? Like day 23, you said soon. Say day 170, you said soon. Day 328, you said soon. Like we saw a lot. You want a lot of people. He's like, when is soon? He's like, I just have, and she didn't understand like the stuff he had to do to get her. Officer Hopper, like. I can really line up every single character in this thing and tell you about how their arcs were so good, because that's what I liked about this. Everybody had their own arc. Look, my boy, my boy Dustin, he want Maxine, he want Max, but at the same time that Lucas wants Max, and they not just fighting for it, but they both just, you know what I'm saying, trying to get her around, and her not wanting to be close to anybody at first, because pretty sure she's gone through a lot. She had to transfer, she had problems going on with her stepbrother, and she's not really understanding a lot. She don't really know much about these people. She's kind of like a tomboy. She had this new group of friends. They let her in, but not completely in, because they still shut out to certain things. That shit, dog, they did this. Like I'm telling you, top to fucking bottom, they did this thing right. Every single character. Then cause that's Maxine. And then we introduced my dog Bob, the motherfucking soldier Bob. R.I.P. to Bob. As soon as they come out with a R.I.P. Bob shirt, I'm getting that motherfucker, because Bob is a soldier and I hate it when he died. I'm gonna actually upload a couple of my snaps at the end of this video from when I was watching Strange Things Season 2. Especially the one with Bob. That scene was killing me. It was I think I was on Snapchat while watching it, and I was just looking up at the screen and I was yelling at the TV. It's pretty funny. It's pretty deep shit. So yeah, you have Bob, who a person who got with Joyce, and a person who actually makes Joyce feel good, and he connects with Will, and Will is happy that Will actually likes Bob, because Bob is the only person who treats Will normal. Everybody else is like, they're like, oh, they treat him like a real little kid, like where he can't do anything. If anything happens to him, his mom is like freaking crazy. But that's just how it was. She's pretty much nervous. And there was a scene in here that started out the same way the other one did, where he woke up. His mom woke up and went in his room and tried to get Will up. She's like, Will, where are you? And then Jonathan was in the kitchen cooking, and you have that where she's like, oh, I thought he's not in his room, and that's when it's like, oh my gosh, she's freaking nervous. I found out he was just, you know, chilling, but it's so much, and Will, we didn't see much of him in season 1. Season 2, you see a lot more of him. You really, these kids, listen, all these kids can fucking act, okay? These can blow some people out the water. They give you great performances. Stand-up performance still, for me, is Dustin. I feel like, I don't know, maybe, I can say stand-up performer, I just really like this character the most, probably this season. You get the stuff. And everything's going on, like, I hate to seem like I'm going through every character, but I feel like every character deserves for you to talk about them, to just be real. Because you have Mike going through the stuff he hasn't seen. He thinks that 11 is still in the Upside Down. So he's calling to her every single night that she's gone. So he's battling with that, and that's the reason he really doesn't want Max to really get close and be part of they clique. And it's understandable, because he really, he grew to like really love and care for for 11. Not just like he was in love. It's just he cared for her. Like, she was a real friend. She saved them. All of this. Of course he would be sad that she's gone. And that's why when he finds out that moment when she walked through that motherfucking door, I was so damn happy. I was yelling. I'm pretty sure my damn neighbors heard me over there. I didn't give a damn. It was a lot of scenes where it's like 4, 5 in the morning. I'm up yelling like, let's go, motherfucker. I'm doing a whole bunch of shit. I didn't give a damn about the people. They come over here knocking. They don't want to fight. None of that. It's just a lot. And then Jonathan, oh man, the guy. So for me, he doesn't even have to say a lot, but he does a lot with his expressions. And you know him and the way him and Nancy played those people for them to capture them, and for them to get what they said about the stuff with Barb on tape, for them to take it to the guy, for him to then get somebody to swoop in and arrest people for Barb's death. All was done perfectly. And then them being together, they knew they wanted to be together. They knew it the entire time. And they even had a statement where it was like, I need a will. She like, well, I waited for you. He like, only a month. And like, she was like it's all good, bro. It's like, I can't, it's probably so much stuff I'm not necessarily forgetting, but can't just all put everything in, because every episode has something. You just gonna, I might have should have just review episode for episode, but I feel like I didn't want to watch the episode, then review, watch another episode, then review. I just felt like do it as a whole. Might be a little longer, but fuck it, like it's all good. And I didn't even got to the fucking plot. Basically, the plot is Will is seeing, like, I forgot what's my boy Dustin called it. He's seeing like stuff from the upside down, and he gets like possessed by like a shadow creature because from advice Bob gave him, told him to stop running, and which was smart. But at the same time, when he got possessed, and then it's like tunnels underground of where the upside down is spreading, and the people in the lab did not know. They just thinking it's up front, and it's really this whole thing. And then you have little demi-dogs being born. You gotta say demi-dogs. You can't just say demigorgons. You have to say demi-dogs now, because if you don't, they'll probably get mad. You have them being born, and the fact that what's the name even captured one. My boy Dustin captured one, and he didn't want, and Will ended up realizing what it was, he didn't want to get rid of it because like he felt like he was close to it. I think he felt like he was falling apart from them, and he just needed something. And then when it got bigger, he's like, yo, I'm fucking up. But the scene at the end with him and Dart, that scene was so good to me because I really felt like anything can happen right now. I don't think they want to kill this kid off, but I'm just still thinking like this is a real intense moment. You have to get past him, and you're thinking, if I make the wrong move, we're all dead. Because listen, that's how my boy Bob died. My boy Bob he was fuck, man, not Bob. Bob risked his life for them, and I'm like, damn, hell yeah, Bob, get through. But I knew how the way they were playing. I'm like, Bob, out of all these people, you expendable. And the crazy thing is, you expendable. But the fact of the matter is, they done got us to like you so much that when you do die, it's gonna hit us. And that's what they did. They played it perfectly. Lucas, him having to get Max to believe him and to want to get her closer, but understanding that for reasons out of his control, he can't just tell her, and then the shit he tells her is hard to believe anyway. 11 going to find her mother, that was some good shit. And then her finding what's the girl, what's the Ramon, what is her name? I can't even think of the chick's name. Roman, I think it's her name. I call her Ada because the letter Ada, then I think about some shit from Dragon Ball. That's just me, but I call her Ada. And her ability, I like her ability a lot too. That's the first thing we see. And we see that she's like pretty much going and get everybody that got at her. And it's hard for her to find her, but with what's name's help, she got it. And like her mother, like I'm fucked. The shit was just so damn good. And I hate that I probably can't hit every single point. Probably can't hit every single character. Probably can't hit every single moment because there's just I just don't think I can. I should, if anything, because I know I'm gonna forget something. I would have had to write it down, and I'm pretty much this is just be off the top of my head. I just watch it, then I talk. That's what I do. I watch it and I talk. And overall, dog, everybody in this thing has like a bright future. Do I want a Stranger Things season 3? If they give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Would I say no? If they give it to me, I'm gonna take it. They did a great job. I love season 2. If you haven't seen my score for this, it's not a. My scale goes from A to F. Blew the scale out. Stranger Things season 2 gets a dub. Totally tubular. I'm just really trying to see. I liked everything they did about it. I like everything they did, man. If you got, let me know what you thought about it. What was your favorite part? Also, is y'all getting a Bob shirt? I just want to know. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, TV reviews, and everything that falls up under that ladder. Appreciate you guys for watching. I really do. I just like talking about stuff that everybody likes and that I enjoy. I just like talking about it with other people who enjoy it. Even though I'm not talking with you, I'm talking to you. So, but when you comment, I talk back. So, but anyway, I'm out, you guys. Catch you later. Oh.